The summer sun casts a brilliant golden glow over the manicured lawns of Berkshire, where an extraordinary tapestry of high society, elite sporting heritage, and unparalleled sartorial drama is currently unfolding. This is the moment the global elite and fashion connoisseurs have eagerly anticipated for months, a spectacular convergence of time-honored British tradition and cutting-edge contemporary style that defines the peak of the seasonal social calendar. As the gates swing open on the second day of this world-renowned gathering, the air is thick with anticipation, the soft murmur of elite conversation, and the distinct clink of chilled champagne glasses echoing across the historic racecourse. Every individual walking through these gates has spent weeks, if not months, meticulously preparing their appearance, understanding that this venue is not merely a place to observe thoroughbred horses, but an international runway where reputations are solidified through the choice of a silhouette, a fabric, or a uniquely structured brim. The sheer scale of visual opulence on display is breathtaking, as hundreds of glamorous racegoers transform the landscape into an undulating sea of vibrant hues, intricate textures, and breathtaking structural millinery, designed to command attention from every photographer present. If you want to stay informed about every detail of this prestigious event and follow along as the unfolding drama of high society reaches its thrilling peak over the coming days, please take a brief moment right now to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our exclusive coverage. The energy here is truly palpable, driven not just by the staggering record-breaking stakes on the track, which have drawn the finest thoroughbred lines from around the globe, but by an underlying sense of collective celebration that binds the crowd together in a shared ritual of absolute elegance. This legendary festival, which occupies an unparalleled position of prestige, seamlessly marries the rigid protocols of aristocratic history with the fluid, expressive impulses of modern luxury fashion design. Every corner of the racecourse tells a story of careful curation, where the strict boundaries of tradition are playfully tested by bold new trends, creating a mesmerizing visual environment that is entirely unique to this Berkshire enclave. As the morning progresses and the crowds swell, the true scale of this annual phenomenon becomes undeniably apparent, setting the stage for an unforgettable afternoon where every single guest strives to embody the absolute pinnacle of sophisticated glamour. The sheer dedication to sartorial excellence is visible in every direction, from the precise drape of a bespoke tailored suit to the gravity-defying architecture of the custom headpieces dotting the enclosures. It is an environment where the subtle rustle of silk and the soft click of premium footwear against the paving stones form the acoustic backdrop to an elite gathering that is watched by millions around the world. As we prepare to take you deeper into the exclusive enclaves where the true core of this event resides, the sense of mounting intrigue is unmistakable, leaving everyone wondering who will truly define the visual narrative of this spectacular day. The visual feast is a testament to the enduring power of classic style, reinvented for a modern audience that refuses to compromise on elegance or impact. With each passing minute, the atmosphere grows more electric, a beautiful prelude to the major arrivals and dramatic moments that are destined to make headlines and shape the conversation of the global fashion elite for the rest of the year. The stage is set, the afternoon warmth is rising, and the true spectacles of this historic gathering are about to be unveiled before a captivated international audience. The unfolding spectacle within the ultra-exclusive Royal Enclosure and the historic Queen Anne Enclosure reveals a fascinating dynamic where ancient, uncompromising regulations meet the avant-garde spirit of modern luxury design. To step inside these pristine grounds is to enter a world governed by a notoriously strict sartorial code that has been maintained for generations. acting as a structural framework that preserves the unmatched prestige of the event while challenging attendees to find creative expression within its rigid parameters. This year, the aesthetic direction of this high society's laboratory reached a milestone as the official lookbook was curated by the acclaimed menswear specialist Daniel Fletcher, an industry visionary whose celebrated career includes high-profile design tenures for iconic fashion houses like Louis Vuitton, J.W. Anderson, and Victoria Beckham. In a groundbreaking move that stunned traditionalists and delighted modern stylists, the official guidelines departed from conventional neutrals to declare a singular vibrant hue as the definitive color of the year, bright tomato. This electrifying choice sent shockwaves through the global fashion community, and today the results of that bold directive are visible across the racecourse, where attendees have enthusiastically embraced the challenge, transforming the historic Berkshire grounds into a brilliant sea of vivid crimson and striking scarlet tones. Among the most brilliant manifestations of this trend is the arrival of renowned fashion and lifestyle influencer Flora Gibbs, who effortlessly captured the collective imagination by donning a perfectly tailored, bright red suit that epitomized contemporary structural elegance, combining the sleek lines of modern tailoring with a breathtakingly dramatic, contrasting pink hat that immediately drew a flurry of camera flashes. The atmosphere is further heightened by an eclectic yet cohesive mix of bold floral prints, classic polka dots, and remarkably vibrant monochrome ensembles, while an equally captivating contingent of racegoers opted for the timeless, effortless sophistication of crisp, pristine white frocks that stood out beautifully against the lush, manicured green lawns. Every ensemble tells a story of intense preparation, but the underlying tension is amplified by the uncompromising nature of the enclosure rules, which explicitly dictate that dresses must be knee-length or longer, completely ban strapless, off-the-shoulder, or one-shoulder designs, and mandate that all shoulder straps must maintain a minimum structural width of 1 inch. Shorts of any kind remain strictly forbidden for all guests, ensuring the preservation of an elevated, formal environment that has defined this gathering since its very inception centuries ago. Interestingly, trouser suits have maintained their immense popularity among stylish women, having been a fully integrated and accepted component of the formal dress code since 1971. Though the current regulations specify they must be immaculately matched in fabric and color rather than separates. Furthermore, the evolution of the event's contemporary style is evident in the widespread acceptance of sophisticated jumpsuits, which were officially welcomed into the sartorial guidelines in 2017 as entirely worthy of the Enclosures' elite standards. For gentlemen, the code remains an absolute exercise in traditional formal perfection, requiring a complete morning suit with a matching top hat and tails, paired exclusively with black dress shoes that must be worn with ankle socks, leaving absolutely no room for casual deviation. While women enjoy complete freedom regarding their footwear choices, allowing for a spectacular display of luxury heels, elegant slingbacks, and bespoke sandals, the men are bound to an aesthetic that mirrors the precise military and courtly history of the British upper classes. Amid this dense sea of meticulously curated fashion, prominent figures from the entertainment and digital worlds have descended upon Berkshire to showcase their privileged lifestyles, with high-profile influencer Leonora Smee commanding significant attention as she floated through the crowd in an exquisite sweeping pink gown that perfectly complemented the aristocratic romance of the afternoon. Nearby, singer Natalie Rushdie and the elegant Georgina Chant turned heads with their flawless styling, demonstrating the precise blend of classic restraint and modern flair that defines the contemporary elite. Every detail, from the extravagant, gravity-defying feathers adorning massive wide-brimmed hats to the subtle, playful nod of a blue and white polka-dotted frock, contributes to an overwhelming visual narrative of luxury and social positioning. As the afternoon progression brings the crowd closer to the arrival of the highly anticipated royal procession, the tension between sporting passion and elite socializing becomes increasingly palpable. With groups of immaculately dressed guests gathering in the warm sunshine to enjoy chilled glasses of premium champagne before the true athletic drama begins. The racecourse has truly become an open-air theatre where every individual is both a spectator and a performer, contributing to a collective display of cultural identity and prestige that is fiercely guarded by the organisers and passionately celebrated by the attendees, creating a complex, multi-layered experience where a single sartorial misstep could alienate a guest, while a triumphant outfit can cement their status as a defining icon of the global summer social season. The culmination of this extraordinary gathering reaches its absolute pinnacle of historical significance and emotional intensity as the traditional royal carriage procession enters the main paddock under a cloudless, brilliant Berkshire sky. While the fashion and the sporting stakes provide a mesmerizing backdrop, the true core of this event is rooted in its profound royal heritage. A living lineage established by Queen Anne in 1711 when she first swept her gaze across these lands and declared them perfectly ideal for horses fit for kings. Today, that centuries-old tradition is infused with a powerful sense of fresh, contemporary romance that has captured the attention of royal watchers across the globe. All eyes are irresistibly drawn to the second royal carriage, where a historic official debut is unfolding before a captivated crowd. Harriet Sperling, the highly respected 45-year-old National Health Service pediatric nurse, has made her triumphant entry into the formal tapestry of the royal family following her intimate wedding to Peter Phillips in the beautiful rolling hills of the Cotswolds less than 2 weeks ago. Walking the delicate line between professional humility and newfound royal prestige, the new Mrs. Peter Phillips looked the absolute picture of effortless grace and aristocratic elegance. For this monumental occasion, she selected an exquisite Susanna London blue silk Biarritz dress that perfectly mirrored the summer sky, beautifully paired with classic, cream-toned Jimmy Choo slingback heels. Every element of her ensemble was a masterclass in subtle, sophisticated symbolism, most notably the sky blue Anya Hindmarch clutch bag she carried close, which was intricately embroidered with her brand new initials, HP, serving as a proud, elegant nod to her recent nuptials. She finished her flawless look with a beautifully sculpted Mini Mena teardrop-style blue straw hat and a stunning selection of fine jewellery crafted by the esteemed House of Pragnell. Beside her, Peter Phillips cut an incredibly dashing and proud figure in his immaculate traditional morning suit, complete with a perfectly fitted top hat and tails. In a deeply touching and significant break from the traditional conventions of royal men, who historically opt not to wear their wedding bands, the 48-year-old proudly displayed a gleaming gold wedding ring on his left hand, an unmistakable public declaration of his profound pride in his newlywed status and his devotion to his new wife. The deep bond and warm acceptance within the family were completely on display as the carriage made its grand entrance, with Princess Anne, the 75-year-old Princess Royal, looking absolutely radiant in a striking striped dress and a wide-brimmed green hat, engaged in animated, joyful conversation with her new daughter-in-law. Seated next to Peter Phillips in the same carriage was the Queen's nephew, Sir Ben Elliot, the prominent former co-chair of the Conservative Party, further cementing the elite, interconnected nature of the procession. Leading the entire spectacular display in the first royal carriage were King Charles and Queen Camilla, who set a magnificent tone for the day's events. Queen Camilla looked extraordinarily elegant in a serene, pale blue ensemble, featuring statement millinery in an identical, perfectly matching shade, offering a warm and cheery wave to the thousands of loyal spectators cheering from the historic stands. Joining the majestic procession were also the Duke and Duchess of Wellington, who were seated directly beside the King and Queen, while the Duke and Duchess of Gloucester waved warmly to the adoring crowds from the vantage point of the third traditional horse-drawn coach. While this debut marks a new chapter, it is not Ms. Sperling's very first introduction to this beloved summer racing tradition, as the King and Queen had previously welcomed her to the royal stands with immense warmth during the previous season, setting the stage for the seamless integration we see today. Once the procession concluded and the high society guests moved toward the exclusive viewing stands, the happy newlyweds shared a tender, private moment of celebration, raising a crisp glass of chilled champagne together to toast the bright future ahead of them. The new Mrs. Peter Phillips was also spotted sharing a warm, genuinely affectionate conversation with her new sister-in-law Zara Tindall, who had been among the very first members of the royal inner circle to arrive at the Berkshire grounds alongside her husband, the former rugby star Mike Tindall. However, as the soft ringing of the track bells echoed across the course, the polite conversations of high society instantly transformed into a theatre of raw, unfiltered athletic emotion. Once the racing began in earnest, the thin veneer of royal restraint gave way to genuine sporting passion. Miss Sperling and her new husband appeared deeply animated, leaning far over the rails, their expressions shifting rapidly as they followed the powerful thoroughbreds, charging furiously toward the finish line below. The King and Queen were equally incapable of hiding their intense emotions, with King Charles completely swept up in the thrill of the sport, passionately brandishing his official racing guide in the direction of the turf as he cheered on his favoured horses with undeniable enthusiasm. This captivating blend of ancient majesty, rigid dress codes, modern romance, and the raw, thunderous energy of the racetrack is exactly what makes this event the undisputed jewel in the crown of the international social calendar. A place where history is not merely remembered, but actively lived and rewritten with every single passing